Let's talk about how many pixels you need to effectively promote your music. Hey, it's John here at Hyped, and one of the questions I get frequently asked is, hey John, how many tracking pixels do I need to effectively promote my music online? So let's start by talking about what a tracking pixel actually is. A tracking pixel is a snippet of code that allows you to track visitors and interactions that visitors have on a website wherever you put that pixel. So you could put that on your own website, you could put it on your smart link, you could put it on your pre-save. And the pixel is usually something that you get from an advertisement platform where you want to track fan interaction. So you get a tracking pixel from Facebook Ads Manager, you can get a tracking pixel from Google Ads, you can get a tracking pixel from TikTok Ads, any ad platform that you want to use to promote your music. Now, next you might be wondering, John, why do I actually need a tracking pixel? Why should I want a tracking pixel? Tracking pixels are incredibly powerful because they allow you to track the fans that interact with your music on any of your online properties. So you're able to understand who those fans are, and that means that the advertising platform that gave you the pixel, they allow you to retarget that audience so you can put more content in front of that same audience. And you can also have that advertising platform and the AI on that platform find you more fans who look very similar to those who are already engaged with your music. And that is extremely powerful. You may know if your fans are primarily male or female, or whether they fall in specific age demographics. But Facebook, Google, TikTok, all these social media platforms, they know so much more about their audience. They know their detailed interests. They know their detailed behavior, what they click on, what they're interested in, what they purchase online. So if they get data about the fans that interact with your music online, they can put together a really detailed profile about the audience that your music resonates best with, and they can send you more of that audience to your music. So it's incredibly powerful. So now that we established what tracking pixels are and that they're really powerful tools that make a lot of sense to implement, back to the original question, how many pixels do you actually need to effectively promote your music? And I get that asked a lot, specifically in the context of Facebook ads, right? John, should I have one pixel to use for my smart links? Should I use a different pixel for my pre-saves? Should I use a different pixel on my website? Should I just use one pixel throughout? What's the best strategy to get the maximum results by using this piece of technology? And here's my response to that. How many pixels you need all depends on how many different audiences you're serving. If you make one particular type of music that caters to one specific audience, right? Take me as an example. I make old school piano house music and I cater to one specific audience, fans of that music. Then you only need one pixel. And in fact, it's an advantage to only use one pixel because the more data you gather on the pixel, the more powerful it becomes as a tool. So I would not want to gather information about this specific audience that I'm serving with my music, old school piano house. I would not want to spread that data across multiple pixels. It's much more powerful to have all the information about that audience gather on one pixel. But if you make different styles of music, let's say you make hardcore techno music, but you also make classical piano music, chances are those are completely different audiences, right? You have all the fans that love, hardcore techno music, and they engage with your music online. They find that music online, they play it, they share it, they interact with it. And then you have those fans that like your classical piano music, right? They like it, they engage with it, they share it. But chances are they are completely different audiences. The people in this audience are very different from the people in this audience. This is an instance where you might want to have two different pixels. One pixel that learns all about your techno music audience and the other pixel that learns all about your classical piano music audience. All right. So if you make different styles of music, maybe under different artist names or part of different bands, then use different pixels to gather the audience for just one of those musical styles or one of those musical projects on one pixel. But if everything you do falls under the same style, under the same genre, and basically caters to the same audience online, it's best to use just one pixel and get all that data on that one pixel. Now, I should add, if I talk about one pixel here, I mean one pixel per ad platform. If you are engaging your audience with Facebook ads and with YouTube ads and with TikTok ads, you will need a pixel from each of those separate platforms. But you would only want to use one Facebook ads pixel, only one Google ads pixel, and only one TikTok pixel to gather all the information about these audiences. So first, determine how many different audience are you serving with your music. For most of us artists, it's probably going to be just one audience. But if you're engaged with multiple projects, or maybe you run a label that caters to different audiences with different styles of music, those might be instances where different pixels might make sense, because you want to gather data about separate audiences on separate pixels. So I hope that answers your question and helps you with your decision about how many pixels you want to use. Now, if this topic about pixels and online ads to get exposure for your music and grow, maybe on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Deezer, on Bandcamp, on SoundCloud, on YouTube, on any of these platforms, if this is something you want to dive deeper on, then I'd love to invite you to check out the Spotify Growth Engine. The Spotify Growth Engine is a training program where I teach you how to use Magic Music ads to create high-performing promo campaigns for your music online using just two simple tools, Facebook and Instagram ads and Hyped. I left a link to the Spotify Growth Engine below this video, so if this is something that interests you, just look below this video here, click the link and check it out. It's going to take you to the homepage for the Spotify Growth Engine, where you see another video where I explain in detail everything that's inside. You can see lots of testimonials from other artists who have blown up with their music on Spotify. And if this is something you're trying to do as well, then I look forward to seeing you on the next page and maybe inside the Spotify Growth Engine. Cheers.